Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Psychic Medium Natasha, and today I want to talk about twin flames, soulmates, and karmic partnerships. What are those? What are the difference? How can you tell? All of that jazz. If you're interested in learning more, please keep watching. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my free content and that you can always show your support. So it is almost Valentine's Day and everyone's always talking about all this love and gushiness and intimacy and all that. And I felt like I really wanted to dedicate a video on this specifically so that I could just refer you guys to this and you guys can know the difference on what is a twin flame, what is a soulmate, what's a karmic partnership, and how do I tell the difference. Because there's definitely people that be thinking, oh, this is my soulmate, blah, 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 and it's not. And it's not, and I want you guys to know the difference. So I do want to start off with karmic partners, okay? Karmic partners is when you and someone else were essentially, you guys, okay, this is the way I'm going to describe karmic partners. It's where you and somebody else were destined to meet, but it's for bittersweet intentions. You guys were fated to meet for the intention of, hey, we're basically going to be teaching another a very tough soul lesson, whether it's maybe, your partner had to cheat on you so you could learn boundaries, or maybe one person left for that, it's basically, it's the hard lessons in love that is necessary for your growth or necessary for that lesson so that you can never allow that to happen to you again. Like, there's so many different variances on what the lessons could be with karmic partners, but it's that instance of you guys were, meant to meet. And you guys were meant to spark each other for growth, but it's in the toxic way that is, you learn it in the toxic environment with that partner in that relationship, and it's for the best of your good. And there's a lot of bittersweet feelings about karmic partners because, there's a lot of, again, toxic relationships, but they're meant to happen so that we can experience them, so that we can learn the lesson and never go through that again. But it's important. And sometimes with karmic partners, a lot of people, they think, well, then, how was I even attracted to them if they were toxic? Well, the thing is, with karmic partners, you guys may have been the same vibration once before. Like, maybe you guys met when you were younger. You guys were at the same level or were vibing together, But realistically, the reason that happened is because this person is holding on to a certain negative vibration, and you may be holding on that same negative vibration. This person may have got the vibration in a different way, but you may have the same pain or hurt that they're holding on to, and therefore like attracts like. So karmic partners, they come into your life to teach you, but it's in a very painful way in most cases. It's meant to happen. It's karmic. People say that karmic partners, they're attracted to each other from their own karmic debts or whatever. I think that's very debatable. I think there's many reasons why we can choose to have karmic partners, but the important thing is karmic partners, they're meant to meet, have this experience, and learn from it. Usually it's in a very painful or toxic way, like, being in a relationship with a narcissist or an abuser, or maybe someone that was emotionally unavailable. There's so many different variations of this, but karmic partners is it's the person that you're dating that is wrong for you, or it's toxic or is not the best, but you have such a strong emotional tie and connection that you can't just upwalk and leave. It's very much so deep rooted in, and some, like, it's a deep soul tie. So these people don't just normally walk away from each other. There's definitely a lot of coming and going, and a lot of fighting, but these people are drawn to each other. They're almost dependent, sometimes even codependent on each other. So it depends on of course, the people and the dynamic, the specific, circumstance, but that's the general of the karmic partners. Now, let's move on to something more sweet, which is soulmates. So soulmates are essentially, what everyone is always thinking of, like when it comes to like love. They're thinking, ooh, this person is like my forever and like only, and that's not true. Soulmates are just souls that you are so connected with, that you guys share such a strong bond that they just boost you. And this could be a friend, a family member. It could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It's just simply that you guys are basically may have been part of the same soul family. Maybe you guys like to, you guys have many lives together, and you guys just, say, hey, we can meet at this time because that's going to help both of us. And, it's just, the soulmates are the people that come in your life that boost you up, that you feel that are meant to spark your growth in your life. So it is a fated meeting, it's a fated partnership, a fated relationship, but it's to boost each other. It's not one-sided. It's very mutual. So I like to think of soulmates as like your like soul family, your soul friends, like they follow you, and they like, you guys like vibe on the same level. You guys are like, you guys just instantly share a deep bond that's beyond like just this life. So soulmates, most of the time, like, again, like these are the people that you have met before again and again and again. If it's the first time that you meet them in this life, then it could very much feel like home. Like when you meet a soulmate, you're not supposed to have your heart racing and, sweaty hands and all that. You do not experience that with the true soulmate. You are supposed to feel like, wow, this person feels like home. I feel like I can tell them anything. This person just gets me. They're just so comfortable to be around. You don't feel like you have to wear a mask, or you don't have to shapeshift to be near them. These are like your people. That's what soulmates are, okay? Again, you guys are meant to be in each other's lives. You guys are meant to have your connection to boost each other. That's all a soulmate is. There's different roles that they can have in your life, but yeah, like it's not always romantic. I know a lot of us hope that it could be, but you have to understand that you're not destined to like be born, go through school, pay these bills, marry, and then die. You know what I mean? Like there is genuinely more to life beyond like that fake illusion. Like, okay. All right. Now let's talk about twin flames. What is a twin flame and how do you know, and all that jazz? So a twin flame, it's essentially like the same soul, but they're like both experiencing life simultaneously. Like basically it's like two parts of the same whole, is the way I want you to think of twin flames. It's, two people. Usually one's divine masculine and one's divine feminine. This does not mean gender. I cannot express this enough. If you are a twin flame, and you are a divine masculine, that does not mean you are a man. You could be a divine masculine and be a woman. Like you just very dominant, energy, or you could be a divine feminine and be a man, and you could be like, I don't know, bisexual and feminine. Like, you don't have to be these are not gender specific roles, okay? Divine masculine is more so just like logical, critical thinking, protective, provider, like energy. Divine feminine energy is more so like nurturing, caring, healing, like that type energy, intuitive, creative, all of that. And the twin flames, they're more so, again, like they're parts of the same whole. So these two people, there's so much that goes on between, because you see, they usually meet at very specific times in their life so that they can spark each other's healings. But depending on where they are in their journey, sometimes this can be a lot of chasing and running away with twin flames. So one could be the chaser and one could be the runner, is what you can research a lot into. But twin flames, they're essentially like the same essence. They're just experiencing life at the same time, but they're meant to be with each other to spark each other. for different aspects of themselves. Sometimes it could be like a mirror. Sometimes it could mirror aspects of themselves that they're not connected with. Sometimes it could just be, wow, like, I really feel really connected with you. But like a lot of the time with twin flames, I notice that when they meet and spark, they're meant to spark each other for each other's healings, but it's meant to be so deeply triggering that that's usually what causes the running and back and forth. But it doesn't always have to be that way. It just depends on the dynamic and the people. But twin flames, they're the same people, and they're meant to spark each other for healing, but it's such a deep triggering way. And like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be just only man and woman. It could be man, man, woman, woman. Like it's not gender specific. But twin flames, it's a very intense soul dynamic, to say the least. You essentially feel this person all the time. Like once you meet them, the connection is like essentially like reestablished or made, and you can most of the time feel when they're thinking of you. Like because of the cord, once it's reestablished, that cord, you're kind of feeding each other's energy, and depending on where you are in your journey, it could be that could be intense. You could like not be ready for certain aspects to face in your healing, depending on what your journey is. It's just twin flames is more so of the same soul, like in two different bodies, and they're going through life to learn their lessons, and they'll meet ever so often to kind of spark each other, but that's what the dynamic usually is. So they really could be a force to reckon with if they choose to come together with focused intention and combined efforts for the work in the world. It doesn't always have to be the running and chasing, but usually, especially in the early days, it definitely is usually the case. But yes, karmic partners, bittersweet, toxic partners, but are meant for your highest good. Soulmates, these are like your soul family, the people that you're like, hey, let's meet up and all that. And twin flames, those are the other part of you, essentially. They're the other you. But just make sure whatever you do take of these people, of these different relationships, that you are very just make sure whatever dynamic you are in, make sure that you are in a healthy relationship. Whether it's platonic, romantic, colleague, associate, whatever. Just ask yourself, just be honest with yourself. Like, is this healthy for me? Am I honoring my needs? Am I, is this healthy for us? Like, what do I want from this dynamic or relationship with this person? Just make sure that, again, you're being good to yourself. Live your life. Do what's best for you. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions about twin flames or soulmates or karmic partners, please comment down below and I'll definitely answer those. Thank you guys for watching. Blessed be.